Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is 796 battle that I put on our Brotherhood YouTube channel. Now this is a fantastic, real classic, epic battle for you to watch. It's a Rome v Rome battle. Okay, the only rules are no archers, no artillery, and 6 cavalry max, and it is maximum money. So every single unit on this battlefield is fully upgraded, and just to let you know, there's getting on for 15,000 troops on this battlefield. Okay, nearly 15,000, well, I think it's a bit over 15,000 troops on the battlefield. And as I say, it's a Rome v Rome, no archers, no artillery, and 6 cavalry max. And this battle turns out to be an absolute classic. It's a real grinding down tactical battle, which I hope you'll enjoy, and it is fought on a custom map. And our first teammate is RTW player Luke. Now Luke has got 6 cavalry and 14 infantry. Okay, 6 cavalry and 14 infantry. That's going to be mostly the standard army that you're going to see on the battlefield here. Let's say he's bought 14 comitatenses, which are all eagle units, so the morale is absolutely fantastic. And as I say, every unit is fully upgraded. Have a look at the cavalry that he's bought here. And he's gone for, if we look closely there, he's gone for the Scholae Palatinae cavalry. Okay, you've got 2 choices of cavalry. You've got the Sarmatian Auxilia cavalry or the Scholae Palatinae cavalry. And I see, as you can see, he's gone for them. And you've noticed there they fight with spears. Can you see that? So these particular cavalry fight with spears. The Sarmatian Auxilia on paper looks better cavalry than these guys, but as I say, we're still experimenting on barbarian invasion with different units. So as you can see, Luke's decided to go with that particular type of cavalry. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Earth. Now Earth has got 6 cavalry and 14 infantry as well. You'll see he's gone for the comitatenses there, 14 comitatenses, all eagle units, all good morale troops there. And he's gone for a mixture of cavalry here. If you notice, he's gone for the here you are, there's a Sarmatian Auxilia cavalry. If you notice there, they carry heavy swords, so in melee they can use their heavy swords there. And if you notice the other cavalry, they fight with spears. So as I say, on paper these Sarmatian Auxilia cavalry are better than the Scholae Palatinae cavalry. I'm guessing there because they got those heavy swords. And anyway, there's a Scholae Palatinae cavalry there. As I say, they fight with spears there, with light spears. So, as I say, on paper, the Sarmatian Auxilia have got better specifications than the other cavalry there. But, as I say, we're still experimenting with this game, so we're trying the different cavalry units out there. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member TR. TR has also got 6 cavalry and I think 14 infantry, but he's got 1 Plumbartera unit. And he's got an Auxilia Palatinae anti-cavalry spear unit there. Unusual to see this unit bought on maximum money battles there. So it'll be interesting to see how that unit helps during the course of the battle there. And he's got a Plumbartera unit, but most of his infantry are the comitatenses eagle units there. Okay, and he's also gone for the, there you can see he's gone for the Scholae Palatinae cavalry. He's decided to take those. So let's say it'd be interesting to see how these different cavalries get on. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, and I've got 16 comitatenses and just 4 cavalry. Okay, remember this is we're all still kind of experimenting with our arms and things like that. And you'll notice there I've got 1 unit of Scholae Palatinae. Okay, that's 1 cavalry unit of that particular brand, if you like. But the other 3 units of my cavalry are Sarmatian Auxilia. Okay, so as I say, I'm going to try out that the 2 different types of cavalry in this battle. Okay, just to let you know that as you can see, all our team are the green Roman teams. We're the Roman Western Empire rebels, and we're all green, so you'll be able to watch the battle seeing exactly who's who just by the colours. The other team are going to be all red and we're all green. Okay, so it's going to make it simple to you to see what's happening in the battle. And here is the other team. We have RTW player Legion 22. Now Legion's got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry, but amongst his 14 infantry He's got 2 spear units, as we'll look closer there. There you go. You can see he's got the Auxilia Palatinae. Remember, these guys with their spears are anti-cavalry. You put them into shield wall formation, and they are a formidable defensive force, both against infantry and cavalry. Unusual on a maximum money game to see that unit, but it'd be interesting to see how he uses that during the course of the battle. And he's bought 6 Sarmatian Auxilia cavalry there with their heavy swords. So that's Legion 22's army there. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spark. Now Spark's got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Be interesting to see what cavalry he's gone for. I'm guessing the Sarmatian Auxilia. It's just a guess there. There you go, Sarmatian Auxilia. So he's got 6 units of the Sarmatian Auxilia cavalry there. As I say, on paper they are the better cavalry, looking at their specs. Their next teammate is RTW player Daimonus there, and he's got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, so he's got 14 infantry, 6 cavalry. Be interested to see what cavalry he's gone, and he's gone for the Scholae Palatinae cavalry there, as you can see. So he's gone for that cavalry there. So as I say, we're still experimenting with so many units and battle formations and army builds on Barbarian Invasion, so we're just trying different things out. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Mars. Now Mars has got 14 combatances and 6 cavalry. Quick look and see what and he's gone for the Scholae Palatinae as well there. Okay, with their they fight with their spears there. So that seems to be the difference between the 2 lots of cavalry. The Sarmatian Auxilia seem to fight with their heavy swords, and these guys fight with their spears there. So, as I say, it'd be interesting to see how they get on during the course of the battle. So there's the other team. As I say, it's very easy for you to watch this battle because the enemy team are the red and we are the green. So, as you watch the battle and seeing the units intertwine and things like that, you'll be able to tell exactly what's going on. Okay, at this stage of the battle, we're going to have a look at 2023 battle formations. Okay, so the year 2023 now, you can see their wide battle formations here. Okay, on the 2023 battlefield there, you'll see that most people make wide battle formations there, and that's to make the most of the flexibility and maneuverability of the Roman units. Look how wide that battle formation is there of Luke's. And if we look at, let's go and have a look at the enemy team as well. There you'll see they were quite wide units there for Legion there, and if we look here, look at Spark's battle formation, very, very wide once again. As I say, this is the modern battle formation here. Okay, for on a 2023 battlefield there. Once again, Mars is wide. Now I'm going to take you back to 2005, 2006 here. Okay, I've got this formation from a notebook that I've got from 2005, 2006. Now look how narrow my battle formation is. Can you see my battle formation is narrow but in depth? Okay, yes, the Pilot Shield unit is wide. Okay, the Pilot Shield units are wide, but the main battle formation is very narrow and in depth. Make no mistake, this is an old school, old-fashioned battle formation from 2005, 2006. Whether it'll be any good on the modern day battlefield, I don't know. It's, as I say, very old-fashioned, very old school, could be out of date, looking at the wide formations that all these good players are using. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle here, you'll see Legion 22 moving his army here towards Luke. We know Legion 22 can be very aggressive, very attacking player there. As I say, this is a very, very early stage of the battle here. And Legion laying his credentials on the table right from the very start there, showing how aggressive he's going to be. As we know, Luke can be quite an aggressive player as well, so it should be a good matchup there. As I say, Luke may well be thinking about taking... looking at the makeup of his army battle formation there, I'm just thinking, I wonder whether Luke is thinking about flanking Legion 22 there with those particular units there, but and backing them up with his cavalry. But I can see a lot of enemy cavalry moving over to this flank, so that may well stop that. You've got Spark's cavalry there, and of course you've got Legion 22's cavalry, and you've got Mars's cavalry moving over as well. So with 18 units of enemy cavalry moving over to this flank, Luke may decide not to do that flanking action that he might have been thinking of there. Let's say, right from the beginning of the battle there, I got the impression that the enemy team were looking to target our left flank. I remember during the course of the battle there, I was just looking at the disposition of the enemy troops there, and they definitely looked to me like they were targeting our left flank there. If, as I say, you've got 18 units of enemy cavalry over on that left flank, plus you've got Legion 22, and I think if I remember right, Spark moved some of his infantry over there as well. You can see Earth here, Brotherhood member Earth, the good team player that he is, bringing cavalry over here to support our left flank there, as you can see the danger there. And as I say, definitely there you could see that the enemy battle plan there was definitely to target our left flank. I think that's that was quite self-evident by the amount of troops they were putting over on that side there. And straight away, as I say, Legion 22 being very aggressive there, attacking the forward units of Luke, pinning and holding Luke there. You can see Legion moving more of his infantry units in there as well. Let's pause the game for a second there. So, as I say, very aggressive here by Legion 22 right from the beginning of the battle. You've got Spark here has moved some of his infantry over to the far flank there, and as I say, there's 18 units of enemy cavalry on that flank as well. So I think it was quite self-evident there that the enemy were targeting our left flank there, looking to break our left flank. So over here on the right flank there, so what I was thinking, I remember at the time, was trying to cause some mischief, some disruption over here on our right flank here to try and draw enemy resources away from the left flank. And what I thought was if I put a bit of pressure here on this particular flank, it might make the enemy team look to bring more resources over to this flank, and as I say, away from our other flank there, our left flank, which is under a lot of pressure there. So I remember that's what I was thinking at the time. But as I say here, you can see TR taking his cavalry over to the left as well. So I think we've actually got 3 lots of 6 cavalry on that flank as well. So we've got 18 units of cavalry on that flank now. And here you can see, I think that's Legion 22. Looks like he was going to charge his cavalry in there and then decided to pull back. There you can see there he's smashing to the flank of some of Luke's units there. But I guess he saw the our allies' cavalry there waiting to hit him if he tried doing that. So as I say, with TR's cavalry over there, we've got 18 cavalry units over there as well as the enemy team. So it's a pretty good mix up there on the left flank. Nobody's got an advantage. There you are. TR's just chased Spark's cavalry away. Remember, Spark got in actually behind us there with his cavalry. So TR's chased Spark's cavalry away there. So that was a good tactical move by TR and a good teamwork move as well there. But as I say, Legion 22 looks like he's in his usual very aggressive mode here as he's attacking Luke's infantry. And if you notice here, can you see we looked at earlier there, those Auxilia Palatinae anti-cavalry units there? Okay, and he's placed them in a good position because if any of our troops try to charge cavalry in there, they're going to run straight into these anti-cavalry spear units there. So as I say, you don't see those units bought very often on a maximum money battlefield there, but they could prove quite useful there as anti-cavalry units. As you can see Earth moving some more units over to the left there, and I think TR is moving left as well. I think we're all kind of moving up towards our left flank there. There's Daimonus there. But as I say, you can see that my movement around the right flank there has turned Mars's units, but they don't seem to be sending any resources from the left flank. As I say, I did that deliberately trying to take a bit of pressure off of our left flank there, but they're not sending any more reinforcements over to the right flank, so that kind of didn't work there. But as I say, Legion 22 there putting those 2 anti-cavalry spear units amongst the forward units of his battle formation there as they attack Luke's infantry there. Good tactical move there, because those fully upgraded spear units, you'd be surprised on how tough they are, and they will take out a lot of cavalry. There you can see, as I say, Legion 22, look how aggressive he's being against Luke's infantry there. Really pressing in there, really putting a lot of pressure on Luke. Make no mistake, there'll be a lot of pilot exchange going on there between the two armies, a lot of casualties there. Now here can you see that the enemy cavalry here, I think of Daimonus, is at an angle there, maybe looking to smash in to the flank of Luke's infantry there. If Spark attacks there, then these cavalry units could smash in there into the engaged units of Luke's there. Now, that just looks, the way that he's positioned his cavalry there, it looks like that's what he's waiting for. And just to draw your attention here, can you see Mars has split his 6 cavalry into 3 lots of 2 there. And the reason he does that is so that he's got 3 impact points. Wherever he decides to hit with his cavalry, he's got 3 impact hits there. And as I say, you can see Spark got his cavalry out there trying to get round behind us again. They're always just positioning his cavalry in like kind of a way to try and worry the other team there, wondering what he's going to do. As I say, you can see Luke here pulling back his infantry a little bit there from Legion 22. But as I say, Legion 22, right from the beginning of the battle there, you could see how aggressive he was going to be there. And if you notice there, our team are all like kind of shifting over to the left flank there. I noticed TR is shifting over towards Earth now, and I'm now shifting my infantry over towards TR. So as I say, we're all moving over towards the left flank there, because that's where, just looking at the enemy team's disposition there, that looks where they're going to try and smash us there on the left flank. As I say, just look at Legion 22's units there, pressurising Luke's units there. Plus you've got Spark's units, Daimonus' units there, ready to support where needed. And as I say, you can see Spark moving further over to the flank there. Got a lot of his units over there as well. And as I say, you can see all the enemy cavalry are locked and loaded, just ready to pull the trigger there. More of Spark's units going over to that left flank there. So as you can see, I think the bulk of Spark, he's left a couple of units where he was, but if you remember there, he was just a little bit in the centre there from Legion, and now Spark's brought most of his infantry over to this far left flank of ours here. So you can see Luke now is not just facing Legion 22 infantry, but he's facing Spark's infantry, and of course all the enemy cavalry there, as I say, locked and loaded. They'll have the finger on the trigger there, ready to pull there for that cavalry to go in. Okay, so as I say, Luke's got a lot going on over there, but I noticed Earth's helping him as well as TR. There's a lot of good teamwork going on here. But as I say, it's a real grinding battle. They're fully upgraded Roman units fighting other fully upgraded Roman units. It's a real grinding down battle, like real battle of attrition there between the units. And as I say, there's those Auxilia Palatinae spear units there, ready to receive any cavalry attack that we might want to throw in there, and they would cause a lot of casualties to our cavalry. So as I say, a lot of enemy cavalry there. You can see a cavalry hit there, I think by Luke, and he bang as he smashes in to a couple of Legion 22's engaged infantry units there. The problem is when all the units are fully upgraded, cavalry obviously doesn't do the same damage to infantry units as they would in, say, a 30k battle, you know, where you might only have gold shield, gold attack on your infantry. Cavalry can do a lot of damage to your infantry then, but when you've got fully upgraded cavalry, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, obviously cavalry does less damage to infantry units there. So as I say, just look at all this enemy cavalry there lined up, almost ready to charge in there, aren't they, the way they look? And of course all that cavalry over there on our far left flank, can you see once again the enemy charging in there, really being aggressive. Legion 22 throwing in more units. You can see Spark moving his units in there as well. As I say, Earth is over there. He's bought some of his infantry units integrated there with Luke's. But you can see there Luke counter-attacking with his infantry. But as I say, with these fully upgraded units there, where nobody's got an advantage with different upgrades on different units, every single unit is fully upgraded. So it is a really slow grinding down battle of attrition there on these types of battles. And it's a very tactical and strategic battle as well. These type of battles are trying to get round the angles, trying to hit units at different angles and things like that. Very tactical, very strategic. And as I say, it's easy for you guys to watch the battle there, because all our team, as you can see, are green and all the enemy team are red. So just at a glance there, you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, so TR and myself here decided we're going to put a bit more pressure on Mars here, hopefully trying to draw enemy resources away from our left flank over to this flank here, try and take a bit of pressure off of our left flank here. So as I say, you can see TR has attacked some of the forward units of Mars, and you'll see that I'm moving my infantry forward as well there. As I say, just trying to put pressure. It wouldn't surprise me if Mars moved his infantry back there under the pressure. He may well do, or he may well try and stand his ground there. But there you are, he's decided to move his infantry back there, as TR and myself are putting pressure on him. As I say, we're just trying to bring enemy resources from our left flank over here to the right flank to take pressure off of Luke and Earth over on that the other flank of ours there. Okay, if you notice here, I'm going to move forward once again onto Mars's infantry. And I was just thinking, if if TR and myself can put enough pressure onto Mars here, as I say, they may well feel their team may well feel they need to bring reinforcements over here to support Mars. So, as I say, looking at the enemy resources there, they're taking them all over to our left flank. They're trying to look like they're going to take out Luke. There's a bit of pilot exchanging going on there between Mars's army and my army there. You can see when the pilots start flowing in from 122 man units, I mean, it can look like it's actually raining pilots. Right, can you see here, I'm looking to do a right flanking action on Mars here, and he's having to kind of relocate his battle formation there. As I say, I'm trying to put a bit of pressure on him there. I'm taking my cavalry around the flank here. Just trying to take a bit of pressure off our left flank. Right, you can see him moving in there towards him there. You can see Daimonus has got his cavalry over here, so that's good news. At least he hasn't got his cavalry on the other flank there, and I'm just hoping that other reinforcements might be brought over here from the enemy team. But as I say here, just look at this grinding battle here between Luke's infantry and Legion 22's infantry here. I mean, it's a real grinding down battle there. And of course Spark's got some of his infantry involved in there as well. And there you can see Legion moving his spear units. There's a cavalry hit there from Earth, just charged his cavalry unit in there. But as I say, cavalry are not so effective on these maximum money games because the infantry are so well upgraded. So you just have to be very careful with the way you use your cavalry. But as I say, you can see there we've got a lot of cavalry that we could charge in there. But as I say, Legion 22 spotted that, and he's bought those couple of spear units, anti-cavalry spear units there, ready to neutralise any particular cavalry charge that we might want to put in there. So as I say, that the units aren't bought very often to a maximum money battle there, but they can be quite useful. As I say, Sparks bought most of his infantry now over to this far left flank of ours there, and you can see Daimonus has bought some of his infantry over as well. So as I say, the enemy team's plan here, as you can see, is to take out our left flank. That's what they're looking to do here. Just look at the general disposition of their infantry and especially their cavalry there. Okay, so as I say, a very tactical, strategic battle these maximum money Rome v Rome battles are. Let's say you can see TR attacking the forward units of Mars there. And you can see there that I've got my units. I'm going to move my units forward a bit more there, just trying to put a little bit more pressure onto Mars there, hoping that the enemy may well have to bring resources over from the left flank here to support Mars. And you can see Daimonus is bringing some of his infantry over there. Now, him moving his infantry over there, I remember noticing in the battle, okay, that led to a weakness in their battle line. Just let me show you where I mean here. Okay, so you can see Daimonus has just moved his infantry over there to support Mars because he can see the pressure I'm putting on him. But there, look, can you see this area here looks weak to me? That looks like a weak part of their battle line. And what I was thinking there, if TR, maybe an Earth, attacked that area there and we brought our cavalry over, you've got TR's cavalry there, and I brought my cavalry over there, a concerted infantry and cavalry hit, okay, in that area there, Do you think there's a chance we could break through there? Break through that part of the battle line and at least make them bring resources over from our left flank to kind of plug that gap? I don't know what you guys are thinking there, but I've always looked at that as a weakness in their battle line there. And there you are. Can you see TR? He's starting to be aggressive in that particular part of the battlefield. So Daimonus now has brought some more infantry units over to try and plug that particular weak spot in their battle line there. But just to keep an eye on that particular part of the battle line there, because as I say, it did look like a weaker part to me. And you can see that Daimonus now has got cavalry locked and loaded behind that weak spot. If you notice here, I'm taking my cavalry over as well. Now remember, at the time I was thinking about smashing into that engaged infantry in that weak spot there. Pause again for a second. So here, can you see this area? As I said, it looked like a weak spot to me. And what I was thinking was, if TR attacked and his cavalry went in there, my cavalry could come in from an angle on those infantry, those engaged enemy infantry there. Do you see what I mean? I could come in from that angle there, as well as TR's cavalry smashed in there, plus his infantry are already engaged, and maybe, just maybe, we might be able to punch a hole through that particular part of their battle line there. I don't know what you think there. You may well not agree, but it looks quite a weak spot to me. And over here you'll see, as I say, Legion 22 there being very, very aggressive against Luke's infantry. They're tying up a lot of Luke's infantry with his infantry there. And as I say, Spark's got his infantry over there as well. As I say, Earth has got some of his infantry there integrated with Luke's army. But as I say, just look at Spark's got a couple more infantry units over there, and all that cavalry in very tactical positioning. I think the enemy team have, as I say, positioned their cavalry very tactically there. As I say, we got a lot of cavalry there ready to charge in, but whether we'll do that in this particular part, because as I say, the infantry is fully upgraded there, and they suffer a lot less casualties from cavalry hits. But as I say, that weak point that we were looking at there, can you see how they've reinforced it now? They could see that that was a weak spot as well. Now they brought a couple of extra units over there to reinforce that particular weak spot. So it is no longer maybe a target for us there. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. Can you see that Daimonus here is bringing a couple of his infantry units around my flank? Okay, so what I'm going to do is just turn these two units there to face the threat. Okay. That's part of this battle formation, as I say, very, very old battle formation from 2005, 2006, but it is a tried and tested battle formation. And as I say, I'm just going to turn those two units. Can you see? I'm turning those two. Well, first of all, I'm going to throw some pilers into Daimonus' units, and then I'm going to turn those units to face the threat there of Daimonus coming in on that right flank of mine. There, can you see both my units are now turned to face the threat there of Daimonus coming in there. So it'll be interesting to see if he attacks. Plus I got my cavalry locked and loaded there as well, so if he wants to bring cavalry around there, then that's fair enough. There'll be a bit of a cavalry battle there. But as I say, a lot of pilot exchanging going on there between Mars's army and my army there as well, as units come into range. Okay, but to say, that weak spot that we noticed earlier there has been kind of plugged now by units there. You can say Daimonus there's got three Plumbartri units there with those effective against armoured darts that they throw. So he's brought those over there. But as I say, the main crunch, the real grinding down battle here, all the way through, right from basically the beginning of the battle there, is Legion 22's and Luke's units there. I say this is a real grinding down battle. Now it wouldn't surprise me if there you are, he's pulled his units back there. Can you see Legion 22's pulled back the units that were fighting? You can see that our allies charged some cavalry in there, look, charging cavalry there, bang, trying to hit them when they move back. But he's moved his units back, look, those units that were fighting, and he's brought fresher units forward. So that's a good tactical move there. The units that were stood behind the fighting units have now moved forward because they're fresh. And the units that were fighting that were tired have moved back. Now here you'll see that Legion 22 is now pulling all his infantry back, and Luke's pulling his infantry back as well. So they're kind of like resting their troops at this time over on that left flank. you can see there I've just charged in with my cavalry against one of those units there. As soon as I saw the enemy cavalry starting to move in, I've backed my cavalry off there. Okay, and as I say there, you got TR's infantry facing Daimonus there, and as I say, you can see Daimonus has brought a couple of his infantry units there. There you are. Now they're attacking my pilot shield units there. You can see both Mars and Daimonus attack together, so you can see that they're working in harmony. I don't know whether they're on TeamSpeak or not, the enemy team, where they can actually talk into each other as they're fighting, or whether they just typed let's attack the forward units of Spartans there, units there. As you can see, the cavalry there ready to charge in. But as I say, it is a grinding down battle there. And if you look here, you'll see that Luke's infantry, to me, seems to have come off worse in the battle there. If you look at the numbers that he's got, can you see there that, remember, these are 122 man units there. And if you look at his numbers there, that's reduced to 91. That's not too bad. 39 there, look. And 42 there. And if you look at the enemy ones, let's see, 91 there, look. He's still got 104 in his units there, look. So it looks to me, he's down to 63, but it looks to me in general that Luke's units come off worse there in that grinding down battle. And that might prove decisive later on in the battle there. Let's say you got Sparks, full units, fresh units there, basically ready to throw into the fray. And as I say, over here you got more of Sparks units there. And as I say, Earth has moved his infantry over there to try and cover that far left flank there. But as I say, in these type of battles, tactics and strategy are very, very important, because no units have got an advantage with different upgrades or anything like that. All the units are exactly the same, fully upgraded, and it's all about tactics and strategy. There, can you see that weak point in the enemy battle line there? They've moved infantry away from that point there, but can you see once again, that looks like a weak point to me. Only 3 units, 3 battle damaged units there, holding that particular part of their battle line. Maybe this is a place that we could smash through. Can you see I'm bringing my cavalry over? You've got TR's cavalry locked and loaded. If TR threw his infantry in there, all those infantry units there, attacking those, and then we charge our cavalry in, do you think that we could break through? Do you think we could punch through that part of their battle line there and maybe isolate Mars's army? I remember at the time during the battle looking at that and wondering if we could do that, because as I say, that is a weak point there, and maybe we could charge through. But as I say here, it looks like, as I say, Mars's infantry is engaging the forward units of my units there. As I say, I was just going to charge my cavalry into those units. You can see Daimonus has brought some of his cavalry over there to maybe try and plug that weak part of their battle line there. But it does look, as I say, pretty weak. And as I say here, you can see Mars's infantry really pressing in on my infantry there, being very aggressive, holding and pinning my units there with his infantry. And as we move up the battle line here, you can see there's a little bit of kind of skirmishing going on at the moment. But as I say, Legion 22 and Luke's armies are not locking horns at the moment. There's a few cavalry hits going in. Now what I noticed at this stage of the battle was Mars is now returning his cavalry over towards his infantry. So that's a sign for me to move my infantry out the way there, because if he's bringing all that cavalry over there, it looks to me like they may well be deciding to smash into my infantry. So what I'm going to do is move my infantry back and then move my infantry over towards TR. As I say, I don't want to be isolated on this right flank. I want to move back and then move over towards TR there. With all that enemy cavalry, looked like they may well want to charge into my infantry. As I say, I don't want to be isolated there. And you've got Mars's infantry moving forward there, plus you've got Daimonus, his infantry moving in on mine as well. So if you notice here, I'm going to move my army over towards my allies' army there, over towards TR's, so I'm not isolated. As I say, there's 12 lots of cavalry, enemy cavalry this side, and lots of infantry, both Mars's and Daimonus. Here you'll see TR attacking that weak part of the enemy battle line there that we looked at earlier. But now they've moved all that cavalry over there, I don't think that weak spot is so weak anymore now. But as I say, you can see me moving my army over towards TR's there. As I say, I don't want to get isolated there on that right flank, ready for the enemy troops to hit me with cavalry and infantry there. You can see I'm moving my cavalry over as well. If you notice there, can you see my army looks like it's slightly glitching there? Can you see how the units are starting to spread out? I don't think it's a bad glitch, and I think they rally and move back in there, but they were just beginning to glitch, and I think that's how I lost my Polar Shield units there. They glitched a little bit there and got caught by the enemy. But as I say, I've moved the bulk of my army now over towards TR's infantry there. So both TR and myself can fight. Our troops are kind of integrated at the moment. But you can see all the enemy cavalry. You can see Legion 22's brought his cavalry over as well. So now they've switched their 18 cavalry units over to this flank from the other flank there. As I say, you can see Daimonus there moving his infantry and cavalry round our flank there. But just looking at the general disposition of the enemy cavalry here, it looks like they may well be looking to smash into us there. You'll see that both Earth and Luke are moving a little bit from our left flank over towards our right flank there now. So our entire team is kind of repositioning at the moment, tactically repositioning. But as I say, very tactical and strategic battle this. You can see Mars moving his infantry. Once again, he may well be looking to pin and hold my infantry there with all that enemy cavalry ready to charge in. Now, I think that my battle formation, this old battle formation from 2005, 2006, is going to be sorely tested here, especially by enemy cavalry. Okay, let's just pause again for a second. So you can see the enemy cavalry here in wedge formation for more penetration, more impact and more damage. They're going to smash into the flank of my old battle formation there. You've got, as I say, Mars' infantry pinning and holding me. Then you've got all of Mars' cavalry, and then over on that right flank you've got Daimonus' cavalry there ready to charge in. So as I say, it wouldn't surprise me, looking at the general disposition of the enemy cavalry, if they're looking to smash my old battle formation there. Okay, so as I say, this old battle formation for 2005, 2006, is it any good on the 2023 battlefield? Well, I think we're just about going to find out in a minute. Okay, but as I say, you can see our whole team has repositioned there, tactically repositioned. You can see Luke now has brought his army from the left flank over to the right flank there. Okay, so Luke has brought his army from the left flank over to the right flank there. So obviously that's a tactical move from his point of view. But as I say, you can see here Legion 22 looking to charge his cavalry in. But as I say, I don't think, if I remember right, he carried that. No, he didn't. No, he didn't carry that. For some reason, he didn't carry that cavalry charge through. He may well have seen my cavalry coming in on him there to counter his cavalry attack there. But as I say, I think that old battle formation of mine is going to be sorely tested in this battle in a minute. But as I say, you can see Luke now has switched from our left flank over to our right flank. Now he's left poor old Earth there to try and hold maybe two armies there on the left flank as Luke comes round here on the right flank. Okay, so Earth now is doing a very important job. Right, you can see that enemy Roman cavalry charging into my battle formation there, like I'm bang and bang. And let's see if the rest of the enemy cavalry is going to charge in as well. Yes, you can see that cavalry, all that enemy cavalry charging in. It's going to charge in, look, I'm bang and bang. And there's a last lot coming in there, look, I'm bang as they charge in there. That's 18 lots of enemy cavalry plus Mars' infantry smashing into that old battle formation of mine. Oh my gosh, just look at the impact and penetration. I've countered the cavalry as best I can with my cavalry there, but my battle formation there just took 18 cavalry charge bonuses, and still my battle formation still held there against that massive cavalry hit. And don't forget, as I say, Mars' infantry is fighting my infantry as well. But that was some kind of massive cavalry attack there. It just came into that very, very old school, old-fashioned battle formation there. As I say, you can see Mars' red infantry still fighting the forward units of my battle formation there. And you can see the enemy cavalry have pulled out, locked and loaded again. I wonder if they're looking to hit my battle formation yet again there. You can looking at the general disposition of that cavalry there. It wouldn't surprise me if they did try and charge in again. We'll just have to wait and see. But as I say, poor old Earth now, I think he's fighting Spark's army and Daimonus' army there as well, plus enemy cavalry coming in on him there, while Luke switched over to the other flank there. So poor old Sparta's got in behind us with cavalry and infantry. So as I say, poor old Earth there is trying to hold our left flank and our rear at the same time. Can you see how he spread his army out there, trying to do his best there to hold up against all those enemy troops there? So he's doing really well. As I say, Luke switched over to our right flank. I'm not sure why he decided to do that. He just all of a sudden, I saw Luke's troops coming over to the right flank. Once again, the enemy cavalry going into my battle formation. Look, and bang! As it charges into the forward units of my battle formation there. You'll see I'm counter-attacking. Now might be the time for all of us to pull our cavalry, all of our team to charge our cavalry in there. You can see Luke's cavalry going in. You can see TR's cavalry going in there as well. And bang there as they charge in there. And look how they've routed. How we've managed to rout a lot of the enemy cavalry there that was attacking my battle formation there. So that was a nice combination cavalry attack there from Luke, TR and myself there. So that did rout quite a few of them there. And there you can see some more of our cavalry charging in, Earth's cavalry charging in there to some of Mars's infantry. It looks like the enemy cavalry once again are going to attack into my old battle formation there. Once again, all that cavalry charge bonus, and bang! As it smashes in to my old-fashioned battle formation. But still, that battle formation still holding there. Even though it's, say, from 2005, 2006, still holding. We're now going to counter-attack with our cavalry, look, as we charge in there, and bang! As we smash into their engaged infantry. Oh my gosh, what a cavalry and infantry mash there is going on there. Oh my gosh, just look at that. And you can see, as I say, I had no idea why Luke switched over to the right flank, but poor old Earth now, look, as I say, he's trying to hold our left flank and our rear at the same time. And he's just being absolutely inundated by troops. Remember, the enemy are the red and we're the green. Just look how poor old Earth's army is being inundated and overwhelmed by enemy troops there. Oh my gosh. But I think he's doing a good job of holding. And I think what the rest of the team was thinking there, could we take out the enemy red troops in front of us here while Earth holds our flank and rear? This looks like some isolated enemy troops here. If we charge our cavalry in here, we might be able to take out all these enemy troops. That's what I'm thinking there, because we've actually inundated them with our infantry. So if we could just charge all our cavalry into these troops here. There you are. You can see Luke getting around in behind the enemy troops there with his cavalry and infantry. And there you are. You can see us charging all our cavalry in there, trying to take out these units of Mars's, including his general. Can you see his general unit there still holding? But we'll try and kill that general if we can, take the morale bonus away from the enemy team, and we've routed him anyway. Okay, so we've managed to take out most of the enemy units that are here on our right flank. So that's good. That's a good combination hit there from our cavalry. And as I say, Luke switched over to this right flank all of a sudden. Not sure why, but he decided that's what he was going to do. But as I say, poor old, there's TR's got some units there trying to help Earth here against the massive attack of the enemy coming in on our rear and our left flank there. Okay. But as I say, we've done well here on the right flank. Took out a lot of enemy troops. And now if we can roll them up now from right to left, that's exactly what we want to do. My infantry is still engaging a lot of those enemy infantry there. So if we could, like I say, roll them up from right to left, that would be a really great move for us there. But the enemy seem to have broken us at the rear and are coming in on our left flank. As I say, Earth, I think, held really well there, and TR sent some units over as well, but we're trying to smash these units in front of my infantry there. There you can see I'm throwing some of my infantry forward there as well, really aggressively attacking those units in front of me. And now we're charging our cavalry in it as well, trying to take these enemy units out in front of us there before the enemy on our flank and rear could come into the actual battle there. Here you got Luke in behind the enemy. Now what I'm thinking is there, charge some units into the rear of those enemy troops there. Just charge some units in there, because those enemy troops are ready to rout. All they need is some infantry or cavalry just to bang into the rear of them there, and they will rout. But Luke's not doing that. Luke's just moving forward towards the other troops there. He just needed to chuck some cavalry or infantry in behind those troops and they would have routed there. And as you can see, he's brought some cavalry in now. I'm pushing my infantry forward into those troops, but all we needed was there just a few infantry or cavalry to smash into the rear and we would have routed them there. But here you can see the enemy troops closing in on us there on the left flank. And there you can see my infantry now. I've turned left now to face the threat from the enemy infantry and cavalry coming in on me. Okay, now what I'm hoping to do here is to attract a lot of enemy units to attack my infantry there. That's what I'd like to do, and hopefully if they use a lot of units to attack my battle formation there, that might give my allies time to start taking out other enemy units there. Okay, Luke, Earth and TR there attacking other enemy units. You can see that I've got my infantry there, and you can see a lot of enemy cavalry charging in. There's my infantry there. As I say, I'd like to attract a lot of enemy units if I could, and as I say, that should give my allies an advantage there around the battlefield. You can see them charging their cavalry into my battle formation. Oh my gosh, here comes some more of that cavalry smashing into my battle formation. Look, and bang, as that cavalry smashes in to my battle formation there. And there's some more cavalry coming in the top. Look, that's going to smash into my battle formation as well. Oh my gosh, plus I'm fighting enemy infantry as well. So what the enemy are going to do here is they're going to pull their cavalry back, lock and load it and charge it in again, possibly from different angles there. But as I say, if I can hold up a lot of enemy troops there, that might give my allies a chance to take out other enemy troops there. Okay, as I say, you can see loads of enemy infantry closing in on my battle formation. You can see enemy cavalry there going to charge in again. They've locked and loaded. They're going to get the full cavalry charge bonus, smashing into my infantry. You can see them coming in from both sides there like a clamp attack, a vice attack there, like bang and bang. And you can see the cavalry above my infantry, the enemy cavalry there of Legion 22. Make no mistake, he's going to smash his cavalry in there as well. Just look at that cavalry coming in there as well on top of all the other enemy cavalry. Look, and bang as he charges in. I can't believe my arm is still holding, or some of my units are still managing to fight there. But just look at the number of enemy units that I'm engaging now. As I say, I'm hoping that that's going to help my allies to take out other units around the battlefield there. All those enemy units there are engaging my infantry, and as I say, my allies here hopefully are taking advantage of that by taking out other enemy units around the battlefield. That's what I'm hoping. That's why I'm stood there now in defense mode, just holding for as long as I can there. As I say, attracting as many enemy units as I can, and hopefully my allies are making the most of that there. You can see the enemy cavalry locked and loaded again there, ready to charge in. And just look at how many enemy infantry are attacking my infantry at the same time. Here comes some more cavalry coming in into my infantry there. Look. Bang as that charges in there. I can't believe that some of my infantry are still holding here after the massive cavalry attacks and all that infantry attacking me as well. But as you can see, a lot of my units are starting to rout at this time.
Our ally has been slain.
So as I say here, you can see there, still got some units still holding, but you can see enemy cavalry locked and loaded. You can see all this enemy infantry closing in on me as well there, and all that cavalry. As I say, I'm just trying to hold up as many enemy units as I can, and hopefully my allies are making the most of that by attacking and taking out enemy units there. But my arm is not going to hold much longer. I would think once all that cavalry charges in, that'll be the end of my my army there. As I say, I hope my allies are taking out a lot of enemy troops there while I'm holding up all these enemy units there. Just look at all that battle damaged cavalry of the enemy there, ready to charge in. One final cavalry charge, and I would think that would be about it. There it goes, look, bang, charging in there, just waiting for the other enemy cavalry to come in And there's the other enemy cavalry, all of it coming in, as well as all the enemy infantry, and there they all come in like a bang as they charge in there. A mass rout, I think I'm going to see all my infantry mass rout now. All that cavalry and infantry smashing into me. There, you can see my unit starting to mass rout now. And there you go. That's all my army now, has now been routed there. So I managed to hold up all those enemy units there. As I say, hoping my allies would take advantage of that around the battlefield, but that's all my units gone now. I think I'm not sure if Earth has got any units left. I think TR and Luke are the only two with our allies that are left fighting now. And as I say, my all my army has now been routed. So here you can see Luke here. He's just positioning his infantry there. You can see, I think Luke's got his cavalry out there, and TR's got some cavalry. But I think remember when I was fighting this battle, I think the enemy had more cavalry left, possibly towards the end of the battle there, and that may well have swung it for them there. But as I say, you can see now the enemy repositioning there, and you can see Luke repositioning as well there, and at TR. As I say, I think both Earth and myself, so armies have now been completely taken out. There you can see here's what's left of my army down routing there. So it's just, I think, TR and Luke's army that's well, the bits of army they've got left now against all those red troops. Okay, so as I say, remember, we are the green and they are the red. Just look at the numbers and difference there. You can see quite a bit of difference there. Now whether we're going to go on to win it or not, we just have to wait and see. As I say, it's been a very tactical and strategic battle as this, and a grinding down real battle of attrition as well. So you can see the enemy positioning their troops there tactically and strategically. Let's speed the battle up a little bit, go up to double speed there, as not a lot's going on at the moment. Got to treble speed there for a bit. And there you can see the enemy cavalry chasing TR's cavalry away, because there's infantry and cavalry amongst that lot. So you can see Luke's infantry and cavalry there, whether he's going to move it forward there over to that other flank. Let's go on to double speed there. But I'm just looking at the numbers at the moment. I mean, which way do you think it's going to go, looking at the numbers there, and looking at how battle damaged the units are in this particular at this particular stage of the battle? Which way do you think it's going to go there? Okay, so here you can see Luke being very aggressive. He's attacking the enemy units there with his infantry. He's moved cavalry around the flank there, looking to charge in possibly, but the enemy have spotted that and put a couple of infantry units out to block his cavalry attack. You can see TR's cavalry there as well here, but here you can see Luke. Now you can see the enemy cavalry up there. It wouldn't surprise me if they charge down here and smash into the back of Luke's engaged infantry, and if they do that, I think that could be the end of the game there. There you are. You can see all the enemy team throwing in infantry and cavalry there, and you can see a lot of Luke's units are starting to rout now under the pressure of all that, and you can see TR bringing his cavalry down as well, but it wouldn't surprise me if his units routed as well there. And there you are. That's the last of TR's. TR's just admitted defeat. So well done to the enemy team there. A good win for them over us. I think that was a really good battle. Well done to them. As I say, it was quite a spread out battle. If you look all the way over here, this is where our right flank was, where Mars and myself were facing each other. And of course, it's a bit of long grass here, so the dead are hiding in the, just laying in the long grass. You can't see how many piles of dead there are, but as you move along the battlefield here, you get less long grass there, and there you can see the piles of dead there. Just goes to show how intense this fighting was. These Rome v Rome battles there, where every unit is fully upgraded, it just goes down to tactics and strategy really. on who's going to win that. And in this particular battle, the enemy team's strategy and tactics were better than ours, so well done to them. And as I say, with over 15,000 troops on the battlefield, the potential for good kills is quite high. So first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. As you can see, it was an average defeat there, so not too bad. I thought it might have been a bit closer, but no. And the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Spark, 2,762. As I say, with over 15,000 troops on the battlefield, the potential to get good kills is very, very high there. So well done to Spark, got some good kills there. So well done to Mars, he got some good kills there, 1,568 kills. So well done to him. Well done to Daimonus, 1,632. As I say, well done to Spark, highest kills in the game. And well done to Legion 22, 1,628. So really well played, guys. Well done to Luke, just managed to scrape over the 2,000 there. I think if you get over the 2,000 mark, that's still special. So well done to him. Well done to Earth there. He held really well there for as long as he could. And well done to TR. He did well, and I'm quite pleased with that. 1,718 kills from me, bearing in mind I was quite defensive in that battle, and to get the third highest kills in the game for being a defensive player is not too bad. Even with a 2005 battle formation there, I thought that's having the third best kills was pretty good, really. But as I say, when all the units in a game are fully upgraded, then it's all down to tactics and strategy there. And in this particular battle, the other team had better tactics and strategy than us. Now, just having a look at these cavalry, see these Scholae Palatinae there. If you notice there, can you see some of them got some good kills there? There are 213, 228 kills there for those. Okay, if we look down here at the Sarmatian Auxilia as well, can you see the Scholae Palatinae there? And the Sarmatian Auxilia, you can see there the Sarmatian Auxilia had better kills than them. And as we move further on down there, if you have a look, as I say, these cavalry there, you can see my Sarmatian Auxilias there. They got to some good kills, but the Scholae Palatinae got some really good kills as well there. So it looks to me like these two lots of cavalry are pretty even, no matter what the statistics say. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. Look forward to seeing you soon. And bye for now.